Insensitivity alert. Insensitivity alert. Staccato C2 in the Monsoon Tactical Genghis Comp.
Alright. Yeah. Hope you know what that is. It's going to be a long conversation. And probably a bad day. I don't know.
Saturday.
Yeah. So it's been an interesting couple days. This is clear, thankfully. Last episode I had one hammer follow with this and fixed it by turning more off the over travel screw. So I have had to take a lot off of that over travel to the point where I might as well take it out, and it does make a difference on trigger feel. So at the end of the episode I was thinking, I need to figure out what really is, because that's kind of masking, if you ask me, the situation with the trigger or the hammer follow. Alright, so this is going to be a minute. If I'm talking too much, it's taking too much time, skip ahead. If I'm talking too much, that's fine. You could see the guns fail there then. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and explain how I think I might have fixed this. All right. Everything pretty much had to do with. Now they say this here is the brains of the ignition kit, right? And they're mostly right. However, there's a couple other things that you need to do. A couple of them that I just did. I always knew that the pre-travel was very minimal. There's pre-travel there now. Not a lot, but there's a lot. Before there was just a wall. It would move like it would move like that much. Now I have some pre-travel. How did I get that? Well, these trigger bows, this is an example. Atlas. It's a nice trigger. I just have it. I took it out. I like a medium, but But anyway, these trigger bows, they are a little too long, and you have to tune them. And the strange, obnoxious way that you go about tuning these is you take the hammer, put it on a flat surface, and push down on the back of the bow, and it bends the bow in a little bit, but it also gives it a belly, so you got to be careful. And what happens is you'll get it to where you can get it to do the test where it flops up and down in the grip, but it might grab a little bit because now you put that belly in when you push down. So you have to find just some give and take, and that's what I had to do over and over again. And I did it, and then I got my pre-travel, and then it was running much better. And then what I did, I started to go ahead and look at the spring, all right, because I was at about 3.5 pounds, a little more. And I went ahead and took a little bit off of the reset. And I took a little bit off of here too, but I started pulling back on the trigger weight, which probably you don't want to do if you don't want resets, right? Well, since most of my problems was the no travel in the trigger, in the ignition kit, there's no travel with the trigger bow for the trigger. So now I have room, I could adjust things. And I also took my over travel screw and backed it way back in to the point where it wouldn't fire, and then you take a quarter turn and maybe a little more off, and that's where you kind of want it. And then I did that. Then I messed around with this here. Alright. And I started going ahead and taking a little bit off of I ended up having a little bit too much on the reset. I like a positive reset, forceful. It was a bit much. Taking it off of there helped with it took away all of the hammer falling. And I was also having some drag. I could feel it. You ever feel that drag? They call it creep. Well, I think it was actually dragging. These were dragging a bit, causing them to drag up and down on the sear face. And so once you get, and they work in combination with each other too. If you take some off of this one, sometimes you got to take a little bit off of this one too. Sometimes you add a little. It's like they talk to each other, and you get them to agree. it works, but you have to mess around with it. All right. I got this to be. We're at 4 minutes. Skip ahead if I'm talking too much. So I got this to be at about just 3 pounds or just under. It depends on how you weigh it. All right. And I brought my trigger scale. All right, so I'm going to show you that. And then I got it right where I wanted. No hammer follow. Everything's great. And you know what I did? Put it away. And I grabbed get a second one. I grabbed another one. It's in here now. And the idea was make it better with no hammer follow. And I did. I got this one to run at just around 2.5 pounds.
It's so nice.
Give or take. Actually, it's 2.5 pounds or 2.6, 2.7. 2 pounds, 7 ounces. And I got everything working. And then I found an issue.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, last night. As of last night, well, at 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon, I was going to shoot this today. I was already thinking I'm going to take this out. I'm going to send it out to Skip's Guns. I give up. I suck. I can't. I shouldn't have touched it like all the other people said. Anyway, the OCD in me got it fixed, okay? But here was the problem. So what happened was, when I bent the trigger bow, and I had everything, I bent it so much that what was happening was, and this is empty, I would fire it a little bit, rack it back, fire it, rack it back, put it on safety, check it. And I was just messing around, and I went, and I had it on safety, but I pushed you also want to check the safety, the actual thumb safety, by depressing the grip safety and hitting fire. And I hit fire, and it flipped it down and fired. Nothing in the gun, obviously, I'm dry firing. And it kept doing it. I kept recreating it. I was like, oh man, I looked it up online. Oh, you did a dumb job, shoddy job on your thumb safety. I was like, well, they worked for like a year. Can't be the thumb safeties, right? I didn't take anything off. No metal was taken off. I changed thumb safeties back to OEM. There's an OEM one on here now because, quite frankly, I'm going to leave it on for now while I take it apart. Because if you put the Atlas one in, it's hell to take off. My thumbs are so sore. I'm just leaving it in for now. This one's real easy to take in and out. So I tried different thumb safeties. I put the old ignition kit in. I put the old trigger in right here. When I put the OEM one in, everything was fine. That's how I confirmed it. So put the OEM one back in, took the old Atlas, the one that's in there now, and bent it in a little bit more and stretched it back out a little bit, and then it was fine. So then I got it there, and then I had no pre-travel again. So I said, okay, what if I split the difference and I put a bend back in, but not so much, and it worked. I have some pre-travel now. It's not much. See if you can see this. Man, it's really nice. Let's take a look at it with the scale. All right, here you see my mess. It's been a lot of work. All right, so let's take a look. So there's a couple ways I've been measuring this. All right, one is this way, where you just kind of lock your arm so it doesn't move. There is 2 pounds 8 ounces, 2 pounds 9 ounces. See, the other way that I was doing it, I don't know if I can. I'll try to show you this way. So the other way, £2 pounds 3 ounces. All right, enter. Oh, I hit delete. Nice. Okay. 2 pounds 3 ounces. Enter. 2 pounds 7 ounces. 2 pounds 8 ounces. See if I don't know if you can see that. So it's averaging just under 2.5. That's pretty light. You know, is it gonna work? I don't know, We're gonna have to find out. So that's all I got. I mean, if it doesn't work and it goes to, you know, I could either put a little, I've got room to put more weight on this, obviously. So I can put more weight and then be done with it. Because the way I want to do this is just do it right and then put it away. And then I'm gonna keep a spare. Or I could throw the heavier one in too, because 3 pounds is actually pretty good. 2.5. Wow. See, and I run these guns pretty light. I mean, I got an XC. It's averaging at like 2.2 pounds, 2 pounds 2 ounces, something like that. The Prodigy is heavily modified. I mean, it's pretty light too. So I'm used to these light triggers. So when I get to this one and I fire it, I can feel the difference. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna go out there with this. I'm gonna try to run the Baer Drill. Hopefully I do it better than last week. Here's last week's. Wow. Yeah, that was rough. So I took 6 clicks up, so that, because I know that I have a holdover because I like a 25-yard zero, but it's annoying to me anymore. I'm done with that. I'd rather aim a little high at 25 and be dead on when I aim it up close, right? If we're talking self-defense, I mean, come on. So I went ahead and did 6 clicks up, so I don't got to worry about forgetting. You know, if you look at those shots, I was aiming in the middle or I was a little low, and that does not help, especially when you're aiming a little low. When you're running the gun and you go a little bit low, I mean, man, you're low because you're already forgetting about your holdover. So those groupings weren't bad. I just need to, I'm going to aim center. I did 6 clicks up. I should be somewhere in the vicinity there, ballpark, if this runs. So, I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'll see you out there. That wasn't terrible, but man, it was pretty slow, and I still got some out. I'm going to do 5 yards and do all headshots and start out slow and speed up a little bit. I mean, what we're trying to do is test the Monsoon tactical Genghis comp, but I'm just not really super fast. But that's the only way you're going to get anything out of a comp, I think, from what I've read, is probably hotter ammo and shooting faster. So, I don't know. But I also want to make sure that my trigger group, my firing group, stays on point. Center max. 5 yards.
I'll take that.
Holding up. Let's test the 5-yard zero now. I went up 7 clicks over the week. Decided I wanted to shoot a little bit higher at close distances. I should be a little bit lower now at 25. Center, I think. All right, 5 more just to be sure. pretty zeroed to me.
I want to get used to where the dot's landing after the first shot.
Try it again, this time on the move. Looks like I missed a couple. I might have missed one. I either got 3 or 4 shots on that 25 yard on the move. I have to go back and look at it. I missed one down here too. So I'm limited on how many rounds I could shoot because I'm trying to stick with 100 rounds. So let's see what happens. All right, on the move, right? Is that what we're calling this? Got them all. Come on. A little too fast. Too fast for my britches. We're gonna run some of this Hornady critical defense. What do you say? We're gonna run this critical defense Hornady flat tips. Hopefully it cycles. Try it again. All right, 4 out of 5 ain't bad. All right, let's end it at one of my favorite targets. Bad boy right here. All right, 7 yards. Blast them, right? All right. They all went bang. All right. I didn't see that. I didn't see that happen. Not one trigger failure, and it's the lighter one. Like I said, this is 2.5 pounds. Wow. Check those witness marks. Looking good. Yeah, I gotta clean up some of these mags. Some of them are pretty dirty now out in that clay. But man, it's just running good. I mean, let's do a test here on the, it's empty. Pull back. Man. It's feeling good, man. You know, I have room to put a little bit more weight on it if I want, because I'm having a few surprise breaks, but other than that, it's just running. I mean, reset, I mean, maybe just don't touch it, right? I mean, I'm not messing with it anymore. I'm tired of it. I like it. I'm tired of it. But I'm just tired of messing with it. But I will say, yeah, there's some rounds I'd like to have out there back, man. I want to shoot better. The trigger did better than I did. I'll say that. But, you know, 25 yard on the move. I should do better than that. I have. I did hit 4 out of 5 the last one, I think it was. But I'm just like all over the place when I'm moving. The dot's just going all over me. It's hard to hold that thing. I'm going down in a ditch there too. It's not like a straight walkway. We're talking out. This is a pasture. So it's not really, and that's good training. That's why I like to train. What else? Yeah, that's 125 rounds. I also went through 25 rounds of Hornady flat tips. You know, and it took them all. So no issues, not one. I'm pretty excited. I think I need more time behind this. I gotta shoot this. Somebody asked me what I think 6 months later with the Genghis comp. I don't know. It feels good shooting it fast, but that's the only time I feel anything. If you're ready to go through a bunch of ammo and shoot fast, get one of these. I kind of think, and I could be wrong, I need to spend some more time on this. I got like 2,000 rounds through this, that's it. I mean, and half of that's without the comp, so I need to spend more time with it, and I keep changing the trigger. I got to get used to the gun. I feel I shoot the Prodigy better. I've done better on those Baer Drills. The Baer Drill, I put it up here. You know, there's like it's trying to group. I don't know. I have to go back and look at it. The second attempt I did was better. And I'm starting to feel better as I shoot it. It's starting to feel better, you know, in my hands and stuff. But I'm used to shooting that XC. I shot the Prodigy. They're bigger, heavier. That Prodigy, for the folks the fellow that asked, you know, if you're thinking about getting a comp, maybe go with a bigger gun in the comp. That's what I'm guessing. I think would make it even feel better. That's why they put them on that big XC. That's why they're putting it on the big Prodigy, you know. That's my 2 cents, but I really got to put some time behind it. I can't remember what it felt like before without the comp. So I don't know. Time will tell. But yeah, tune in for episode 3. We're going to keep shooting this. And I'm going to do some more drills, probably the same ones, and I might try to add a few just to make it more fun. Views on the last episode, apparently. I don't know if it's the hash I put in there for Staccato. Maybe that's it. I don't know, but I got a whole lot. And I got like 20 followers, which is crazy because I don't get many. I get like 1 or 2 a week. You know, 5 a week maybe. I got like 20. I'm like at 600 right now, and I was at like 480 like last week or the week before or something. I can't remember. It's not a lot for you know. I'm pretty shadow man. I don't really. I show all kinds of shit. You know what I mean on here. So I'm showing you how to like. I mean, I could be shut down tomorrow, but they probably don't care because I don't got anybody following me anyway. So who knows? I don't know. Train comfortably. Train uncomfortably. Train to your surroundings. But whatever you do, you better train.